Another lesson here on right hand technique, this time down picking. Down picking where you go straight across and the technique for that is again with the open E5 chord on a cleaner sound, but this time just like you did with the gallop lesson, you choke off with a palm mute technique. If you can see that, where you rest your hand across the strings and find the sweet spot, not too far forward because you end up in the pickup, but if you find just the right spot with the palm of your hand there. Okay, and the technique is just with your pick, only stick out about a millimeter and a half. Hold it nice and tight, but on an angle. But stroke down all three strings that you hold in the chord. Practice to a metronome on a very, very slow beat until you get used to it. Add a bit more overdrive in when you're used to it and go. But it's all about getting that chunk noise, that with a massive downstroke movement where you hold the strings nice and tight with the palm of your hand there. If you can see the palm of my hand there by the pickup there on the end of the bridge there, and go, if I just get a better angle, okay, just hold across there like that, downward motion. Okay, practice to a slow rocking metronome beat. Another tip is to use your thumb to help you to scrape the pick right across all three strings. But for the most effective sound, make sure the palm of your hand here is even across the strings, so you don't leave any ringing out unnecessary. So you get a nice tight low end that way. Get a nice tight sound that way. Okay, start to add more overdrive in when you get used to it, so you can really rock out like that. And then when you're used to it, go faster and faster, but gradually. Add a certain amount of distortion in, but not too much. And if you're really up for it, go fast. Okay, so in summary, again, the way you hold the pick, with a small amount of plastic and about 1.5 millimeters, hold your hand here, the palm of your hand resting across the strings, so you can, but choke the strings off nice and tight, so you get more of a not a. Practice to a slow metronome beat. Try and clean your sound out a bit when you're not used to it, until you get the technique right. Scrape across all three strings on a choked off E chord until you get used to it. Add more overdrive. And when you're used to going faster, put the distortion back in. And like I said, if you're up for it, thrash it out with it real fast. And good luck with your down picking.